There's no longer really an opportunity or choice, it's an imperative. To telling the story, how do we make sure that we're taking full advantage of any and all assets that are on the grid and at customer premises.
Welcome to the ei360 podcast. My name is Sandi Coughlin, and I am coming to you solo today because most of our team has been in Orlando, Florida for DistribuTech 2024. We exhibited there with our partners from Activu, and I'm happy to report that our booth was nominated for an Exhibitor Excellence Award. And I don't know if we're going to win, but what is the saying? It's an honor to be nominated. I'll keep you posted. Big shout out to our team, David Swank, Mark Hefner, Will Clay, Jamie Tate, and RB Sloan. They provided a wonderful experience for our attendees, and really the star of the show, I know these guys are great, but the star of the show was the NX Mobile microgrid. This offered an interactive experience for all attendees, and it was the only operating microgrid on the DistribuTech floor. So in addition to that, today we're going to actually give you a sneak peek into that experience, and also Jamie Tate was able to sit down with Joel Openshaw with HomeGrid Lithion. So without further ado, I'll take you there.
We have our larger scale microgrid, the only actual live microgrid here at DistribuTech. So we're actually able to walk people through the entire process from the microgrid controllers and assets all the way to the platform and talk about how all that interacts. So as you can see here, just like we had in the van, we have utility, microgrid with our grid interactive controller, an inverter, battery system from our partners at Solarc and Lithion. And we have our loads. So our loads are our panels, EV chargers. We have an actual HVAC unit in here. And then we even have a toaster for generation of toaster. So just to kind of give you a little bit of run through of what people can expect whenever they're here. So we have the utility. You can see we're actually pulling power out of the utility into the inverter, and then we're powering our loads. So one of the cool examples we like to do is just resiliency. So let's turn on a few more loads here, and you'll see all of these lights are reactive. So you can see that the power flows actually change in real time with everything that's happening. So it's fully interactive, real time up here. So right now you can see we're powering the inverter, we're powering our loads. Let's just simulate a power outage. So you've seen a quick little blink. Here in a couple seconds, you'll see the lights actually react to that blink. So now you can see we're discharging out of the battery into the inverter, down to our loads, and keeping those powered up and operating, including we're still running our HVAC units. So it's a full-scale, larger load here. We have our grid interactive controller here, who's currently interfaced with our platform. So all of this data is being brought over to the platform, so you can actually see these changes in real time as they happen. So currently we're monitoring things like battery output, battery state of charge, grid power watts, load, solar production. We don't have solar here, but we can emulate it and simulate it. So that's kind of what we've got up here. It's been an excellent show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NX ei360 podcast. My name is Jamie Tate, Director of Business Development at InExchange, and I'm joined today by Joel Openshaw from Lithion HomeGrid, one of our awesome partners who you can actually see is sitting in our mobile microgrid. So Joel, we're on the last day of DistribuTech 2024. What are some of the things that you've kind of seen both at this conference that has kind of caught your eye from a renewable energy perspective? I know Lithion is one of the industry leaders in the battery energy storage, or BESS, as we like to know it as, systems. What are some of the things you guys have taken home from this conference? And also, if you wouldn't mind kind of introducing our podcast listeners to Lithion, what's some of the things you guys offer?
Yeah, so Lithion has been in the battery industry for about 25 years. Our headquarters is based out of Henderson, Nevada. So we've been able to, build out a number of product lines out of those facilities, and now we're adding on product lines for our BESS systems, so residential and commercial energy storage.
Okay.
But as it comes to DistribuTech, this time around I had a lot of engagement from utilities who were were just interested in what battery storage could do for them. I know it's always kind of a cheesy thing to hear. It's like, oh, what can this do for me? But as we're talking about different examples of large-scale battery storage, behind a substation, or residential battery storage behind the meter on a residential home. There's a lot of different options on how we can use this tech, and some fun introductions to utilities who are just now considering it as a possibility.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Obviously, everybody in the industry knows that renewable energy, it's not going away. It's here to stay. So, from your perspective, Joel, from an innovation perspective, from the distribution system, really over the course of the next couple of years, what do you think we're going to start seeing in that space?
Yeah, no. From where I've started in the industry, in renewables, a lot of people see renewables and renewable energy and the existing infrastructure and utility as competition.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in renewables who say my direct competitor is the grid.
Yeah.
That's who I'm here to play with. My first time attending DistribuTech was about 3 years ago, and that's where I really got some of my first introductions to what a virtual power plant or demand response or DERM programs could actually do for just the distribution side.
Yeah.
3 years ago, it was even more of a pipe dream, I think, for a lot of the groups who are attending here, where over the last couple of years, a lot of practical applications have actually been done on pushing this technology forward.
Yeah.
So, how do we tie together the competition to the collaboration? I see is handing these assets and giving them a level of control to the utilities is what's going to kind of bridge that gap so everyone can benefit as renewables are becoming increasingly more popular.
So what you're telling me, renewables is not something to be scared of at any level, both whether it be at the utility level down to the CNI level. We want to work together. That's what part of the reason why we have the NX platform to help not only connect those front of the meter assets to the beyond the meter assets, utilizing some of the amazing technology like what Lithion is doing. So Joel, where can we see you guys next? Will you guys be with us at Tech Advantage next week?
Yeah, I'm going to be personally attending Tech Advantage.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be representing ourselves with a booth out there next week,
Yeah.
but that's a local show for me, so I'm excited to not have to jump on planes for another week.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Well, Joel, thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to check out Lithion, some of the amazing things that they're doing. We have one, like I said, in the mobile microgrid. Come and see it either this last day of DistribuTech or next week at Tech Advantage. We also have one at our home microgrid down in McKinney, Texas, that is helping keep our digital operations center a more resilient system. So Joel, thank you for everything that you do. We're excited for some of the things that are coming in 2024 between NX and Lithion, and the amazing partnership that we have. But guys, have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, hold on.
You can do it.
Okay. Where did I stop? Let's see. We were nominated for I think it was Exhibitor Excellence Award, and who knows if we're gonna win, but it's an honor to be nominated. Isn't that what they say? Team: David Swank, Mark Hefner, Jamie Tate, Will Smith. He's not on our team. Okay.